Hey folks, I wanted to go over a couple of preps that I just got at the store, just to show you some of what I'm doing, what I've gotten on my mind. First, I'm adding to my precious metals here, as you can see, 200 round range pack, because in my opinion you can never have too much ammo, and I know ammo is high, but the price is probably going to be going higher. But keep stacking it while you can, even if the price is a little bit high. There's a lot of people that I hear talking say they're not going to buy any more ammo because it's too expensive. Okay, well, if you're one of those people that has 5,000, 10,000 rounds of ammo for each firearm already stacked back, then yeah, you have that luxury. But if you've only got 50 to 100 rounds or a couple hundred rounds per firearm, then you don't have that luxury. You still need to continue stacking regardless of the price. Just try not to pay any ridiculously high prices if you can. Look for bargains if and when you can find them. Now, there's some places that will actually charge a lot more than others, so shop around for this stuff. There's actually a website you can go to called AmmoSeek. It allows you to do a search for your ammo type online, and it will give you the cheapest online source, or it will list all the different sources online and list their prices for you, so you can sit there on that one site and compare all the prices. So if you're into ordering your ammo online that way, that gives you some flexibility in looking for the best prices. One thing I do, I've got 2 different stores here that I like to go to, or actually 3 different stores I check my ammo at. Academy Sports, and there's a couple of local gun shops. And the 2 gun shops, funnily enough, it's funny enough that sometimes one shop will be lower on their prices and then it will flip. The other shop will get lower on their prices at times. It all depends, and it really all depends on what you're looking for and what they have on hand. So it really pays to look around, shop around, and look for the best price when possible, but continue to stack it. Even if you can only get a box or 2 of 20 rounds or a box of 40 rounds or whatever it is, whatever your gun carries, it pays to shop around and continue to look for those deals and to continue stacking that. One ammo company recently, I don't remember which one it was, had said was shipping a ton of ammo over to Ukraine. Again, I don't remember what company it was, but I think the number of rounds was in the millions or even billion rounds being sent to Ukraine to help fight off the Russian invasion. You know, not taking sides in the Russian-Ukraine conflict, but that's not going to help things here at home. Inflation's already killing us, and it's going to get worse. That just exacerbates problems here at home. So if things like that continue with the ammo companies, if that becomes a major trend, expect that to affect the price of ammo here. Just take that into consideration. All right, next, I picked up a bag of raised bed mix. Now this is a pre-mixed soil for raised beds. And I bought this to actually start seeds with, because when I've tried, the last 2 years, I've tried to use a store-bought seed starting mix. I didn't have very good luck with it. It didn't work too well. I don't know if it was a combination of low quality seed that didn't want to germinate, or just low quality seed starting mix. I'm not sure which it was, which one was bad, or if it was a combination of both. But I stepped this up because I've actually got some things that I'm wanting not to plant in the garden itself, but do in containers. things like chives. I've got a few tomatoes that I'm actually wanting to grow in pots. They're like the Husky cherries that I want to do, and I've got some mint I'm going to have to be potting up into larger pots before too long. And there's just a lot of plants that I want to try to expand my garden and grow in containers. I'm also wanting to try to grow a bunch of herbs this year. I want to try to grow some flowers to help the bees and pollinators in the garden. So I did get this. This was like $9.48 a bag. So I want to see how this does as opposed to just a basic seed starting mix. Next up is something I've been looking at last year. These are some feeder kits. You find them in the hunting section for setting up, using a 5-gallon bucket or something like that to set up an automated deer feeder. These were actually in the clearance section at Walmart. This one by Moultrie, normally $40.68. It was marked down to $22.37. This one was a wild game feeder kit. Normally $46.24, is marked down $23.12. So they were about half off, 50% off. Now, the reason I got these is last year I used a homemade bump feeder. I had an old feeder like this one. I had the metal bucket and everything, but the old feeder kit attached to the bucket, it gotten rusted and it was just all corroded and nasty. So I need to replace it. And that's why I got this one. But I also had this thought that one of my problems with livestock is I work so much at times that I just don't have time to take care of the animals. I don't have time to feed them or water. And I got to thinking, if there's some way I can set up automated feeding and watering, I could probably get some chickens or something like that, and that would help. The benefit to this is when I'm not feeding deer with it, I could possibly, it has the potential, I've got to experiment with it, but set it up to help feed the chickens when I'm working these 12 and 14-hour days, 6 days a week. You know, it could actually take some of that load off of me, where I can still have some livestock but not have to worry about them going hungry and not being taken care of properly. I can set up some automated feeding, and like I said, that's an experiment I might do this year. I'm already considering rebuilding my coop. I had a coop down in the back. I haven't used it in like 3 years. The thing is caved in, so I've got to completely tear it down and rebuild it. But this serves a double purpose. I can use it for deer feeders or alternately feeding livestock. To that end, I got this one a couple of days ago. To that end, today I found this one here. And so I went ahead and got it 50% off. It's a heck of a deal. So that gives me, now I've got one I can use for the deer and one for poultry, for chickens. So there's that. The next thing I got was I went to the farm supply store, and it's still a little bit early yet. Potatoes should already be in the ground, but I don't know what it is. The feed store doesn't have all the stuff that they normally have this time of the year. Maybe it's supply chain issues, or maybe people are just going in there and buying everything out before I got there. But I got some seed potatoes. These are the white potatoes. So I got about 2 pounds of those. That's not much, but I tried growing potatoes last year, and I didn't have much luck with it. So I wanted to try again this year, but I didn't want to invest a ton of money. I didn't want to have like 5-10 pounds of seed potatoes and then not get anything out of it. So I'm starting small, and I'm trying to experiment and learn and work my way up, because last year was my first attempt at growing potatoes and it didn't work out well. So I've got some white potatoes there, and I've got some of these little red potatoes here. There's 5 of them in that. So this was at the feed store. At the feed store, this was like $2, $2.50, something like that. And then this is $3.24 at Walmart for the little reds. They didn't have any reds at the feed store. I'll go back this weekend and see if I can find some more seed potatoes there. Maybe I might get another pound or two, but that'll probably be about it. They haven't put out their normal seed stock yet that I was talking about in one of my previous videos, all the different heirloom and varieties of seeds. They didn't have those out yet. So I did buy some seed at Walmart. I didn't buy much because the prices are just ridiculous. I mean, you got $2 for a little bitty paper packet that might have 15-20 seeds in it. It's just insane. So I'll be looking at that again. I'll also be making it around to the flea markets this weekend, because I want to see what I can find there in terms of plants and other prepping items. A lot of times I can go to the flea market and there's people setting up, they've started plants from seeds, and they'll sell them in these little paper cups, and they'll sell them for like $1, $1.25 a piece, where if you go to Walmart, that same plant's going to cost you $4. So I just wanted to go see what other people have, what I can find. You never know when I might be able to find a good deal. I might even be able to find some silver or something. Sometimes I look for ammo there. Actually, quite frequently I look for ammo there, because there's some guys up there that set up and they sell guns and they sell ammo. It's kind of like a hobby thing for them. They're not full-time dealers. They just selling a couple of old guns that they have or whatever. But there's some guys up there that sell tactical items, such as magazines, ammo, gear, and all kinds of stuff. MREs, things like that. So I like to go see what they have. Sometimes you can find stuff that you can't find in the stores. And then sometimes you can find stuff there that's not in the stores, but it's not worth the price at all. An example of that would be, I went there one time looking for some .380 ammo because it was not available in any of the stores that I checked anywhere. And I found one guy there that had .380 ammo in the 50-round boxes. The problem was he wanted $75 a box for that. Needless to say, I told him he could keep it. It wasn't something I needed right then. It was just something I was looking for to have on hand. So when you go to places like that, you really have to be aware of what they're charging versus what it's available at in the stores. Now, if you didn't have any ammo and that's all the only caliber gun you had, that's on you whether or not you would spend money on that much money for a box of ammo. To me, I would probably pass on it regardless. I mean, I can't see myself paying $75 for 50 rounds of .380 ammo. That's insane. But there again, that's why you prep, why you stack ammo, stack food. If things get ridiculously priced like that, if you've got this buffer of stuff that you've got put back, then you don't have to pay these exorbitant prices that these price gougers want to charge. So I'll be going around to the flea markets this weekend. I'll probably go back to the feed store. I've got another hardware store over here I'll probably be going by. I'm going to check all of those out tomorrow. And if I find any good deals, I'll make another video then. Until then, that's all I've got for this video. I appreciate you guys watching. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't. And keep prepping, guys. Times are bad. They're going to get worse. Keep on prepping. Take care of yourself and your families. Until next time, I'll catch you later.